Greetings, I'm Caffeine Rage, and I'm back with more of Spintires MudRunner. And joining me, admitting defeat is...
Gaming Psychologist.
Yeah, we had enough of road trip. We sat down and realized we were looking at least another 3 episodes, I would say, right?
Yeah, because we would have spent that entire last episode fixing the shit that we fucked up in the one before. And then 2 more episodes driving.
I mean, to be fair, you know, that one section hated me whenever I took a trailer across it.
Yeah.
I mean, I looked back at that video, and I'm not sure what I could have, done there. It just, outside of, maybe I was going too slow on it. And I was letting the trailer kind of sag.
Don't know. That was really tough. I, on the other hand, fucked it up later on and flipped my truck over.
So, yeah, I should say, hopefully doing an easier map. Because, honestly, it's a little tough to tell on these, right?
Yeah, I have checked this one out a little bit beforehand, and I liked what I saw, and it certainly is not as big or wacky or crazy as Road Trip, so that's an improvement all on its own.
Well, to be fair, on the crazy meter, I would say Road Trip is around Lindsay Lohan.
That's pretty high.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and well, I need to have you ready up.
Oh, that's right. My apologies. Did you make any changes to your trucks? I didn't.
No, I went complete default.
Okay. But yeah, I changed 2 of my trucks.
But there is a reason why I went with Lindsay Lohan on that. Lindsay Lohan now has my second favorite person getting punched in the face video.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is she getting punched in the face?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was following around an Arabic family and was calling them human traffickers.
Oh.
She said like 2 words of Arabic and then immediately switched to about the most racist Arabic accent I've ever heard. All right.
Right, because of course she did.
And she sounded like she was drunk or something. To be fair, I was on the bus at the time, so I had a lot of free time to go browse the news. That I went to celebrity news. But yeah. But do you want to know my favorite video of somebody getting punched in the face?
Is it? I'm gonna guess. I don't know if this is right or not. I'm gonna guess. Is it the guy, who's like hiding in the trash can and he pops up and the black guy punches him in the face instead of being scared?
No. Not even close.
No. Okay. Well, then what's your favorite video of someone getting punched in the face?
Well, I'm going to give you 2 words, and then you'll probably get it. I hope. Moon denier.
Moon denier. Okay, I've never seen this video.
Or I should say moon hoaxer. I guess I'm on exploration again since I failed in it last time.
Oh, I'm currently doing a little bit of exploring.
Well, I was heading towards that waypoint, and then I see you driving towards it. The video of Buzz Aldrin punching a moon landing hoaxer in the face.
Oh my, I've never seen that before. I didn't know that was a thing that existed.
Oh yeah.
Am I one of today's lucky 10,000?
Oh, yes you are.
After we're done here, I'm going to go watch that.
Yeah, basically I don't want to ruin it completely for you, but let's just put it this way. He was trying to get Buzz Aldrin to swear in the Bible that the moon landing was real. So you can tell already the level of crazy we're dealing with, huh?
Right. Yeah. Yep. I was about to ask questions, but I don't want to spoil it. I want to go see that unspoiled. So yeah, I'll be going and checking that out later.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm not sure if anything could ever top that. I mean, that's a high bar.
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan came close, but the fact it would have topped it if it wasn't Lindsay Lohan filming in the first person. If we could have seen the hit,
Yeah.
But it was just her drop her phone.
Getting some weird frame drops right now.
I'm not sure if we're getting frame drops. I do see your ping is a bit high tonight, actually. I'm showing you at a 66 right now, 67.
Yeah.
I mean, usually you're in the 30s to 40s.
Don't know. Not too worried about it.
I'm just driving along this road, trying to figure out, where the hell.
I'll between episodes, I'll check and see if I've got something running in the background that might be stealing a little bit of
downloading
something.
All your porn.
Oh yeah,
that Bowsette porn. Bowsette porn.
Oh yeah.
Well,
just terabytes, petabytes of Bowsette porn.
Well, I would say, and maybe a couple of clean photos of her, but to be fair, I don't think there is any clean photos of her.
I don't think so either.
And the fact that they've been doing, all the Mario characters. Probably my favorite one is Waluigi.
Okay, the only one I've seen of Waluigi is he puts the crown on and nothing happens. It's like you can't mess with perfection.
Yeah, one up. That was it.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if he was disappointed or what in that. But it amused me. I have to say, Bouette is actually pretty good looking. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
Of course
I have.
What am I saying? Of course you have.
Of course I have. My favorite Bowsette ones, though, are not the ones where she looks more like Princess Peach, but with, BDSM gear and bigger tits. I like the ones where it keeps some of Bowser's elements more. Either more lizard-like or with the shell on her back or this sort of yellowish skin. I like those better.
I didn't realize you were a connoisseur of Bowsette porn,
Oh, I have been all over the internet looking at this stuff. I wound up on a really odd rabbit hole. And if I think it's odd, it's gotta be some weird stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say, are we talking normal person or you odd? Because...
No. I mean, I watched it. I just was like, okay. I mean, I'm here. Let's just see where this takes me. But I wasn't really aroused. I just was like, this is different. That's how odd it was.
So a first for you then.
I felt that way before, but it's pretty rare. I've been doing a lot of driving here lately. I've been playing the shit ton out of American Truck Simulator.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I play Euro Truck on my laptop and American Truck on my desktop. But I've been playing it a lot with King. Like, he loves it. And he loves to just sit here and watch and talk to me. Oh.
What? And stroke your ego?
Oh, there's a... Yeah. My camera just flipped the fuck out. And I drove under a bridge. But I was like, what the hell? It's fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine here.
How are you?
But yeah, I've been playing it a ton. I've got one garage.
Well, there's the fuel station, and there's the fuel semi trailer, along with a C-class truck.
Where are you? Oh, you're up there.
Or is that where No, that's not where I started.
But I've got one garage with, including myself, 4 drivers with trucks that have been leveled up to increase their performance. And I've got 4 trailers.
Yeah, there's just something very zen about it. I wish there were more games like that. The closest I could get to it is like firing up just calls and just randomly driving around.
Yeah.
Which some of those maps are just fucking huge, so I was actually kind of tempted by My Summer Car, which is kind of the same idea, but I don't think I know enough about cars to be able to enjoy the game.
It's just what, driving cars around?
It's sort of a life sim car mechanic game. where
Okay.
you start off with a shitty car and you go do racing events and get a job and that sort of thing. And you slowly build up the car and build up piece by piece. And I mean piece by piece.
What's it called again?
My Summer Car.
Is it on Steam?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I've heard people, well, it's not the greatest example, but people called it a roguelite, which it isn't because there's no procedural generation that I could tell. But, yeah, it's an interesting thing. I'm just hitting the fuel station, then I'm going to go explore some more.
Yeah, I'm at the Lighthouse.
I don't need the fuel, but I'm here.
Right. But yeah, I mean, it is very, very, very zen.
But yeah, well, it's all first person. So whenever you're driving a car, you're actually in first person, and it has proper collision. So whenever you're like taking the mail, you grab a piece of mail, you put it in the floorboard of your car, and just drive.
Nice.
In order to get parts, you have to actually mail order them. Because this is like 1980s Sweden or something.
Gotcha. That would be interesting. Get some old, sort of from that golden era in terms of like design and stuff.
Yeah, and also where you're
cars.
actually able to work on your cars. No, these are all shitty cars to begin with.
But yeah, I'm saying, like, you know, end game.
I'm not sure.
I'm
not sure if in game there's any good cars, but
okay.
It's more like a life sim with some racing elements in it as well. You know, rally elements and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I've been playing more Dirt Rally now that it's actually playable, and I have to say I feel a little let down by it. Mostly because the Rallycross is fucking horrible. And I actually really like the Rallycross and the previous Dirt games. They were fun as a good distraction from Rally. But
right.
in this, I know we're getting into podcast talk, and I'll be talking about this again tomorrow, but there's a progression system for each car where as you drive it, you essentially unlock bonuses for it.
Yeah.
Well, the rally cars are their own separate class, of course. And the cars upgrades are unlocked by distance. And the AI drivers just fucking smoke me, and there's no difficulty settings at all. So, yeah. I'm not sure if I would call it a full-on sim, just because it could be rather arcadey at times. But,
okay.
Like flip your car and then, you'll just continue driving on like nothing happened.
Right.
Which I realize
okay.
Can be a thing in Rally, but not every single time. And the cars feel very light. Well, but it has the adjustment aspects of a sim racer. Once you get into the nitty-gritty of it, you start adjusting like individual spring tensions and the dampeners and everything else. I mean, there's each one of the overarching pieces of equipment have like 4 or 5 different settings on them that you could change. So, that's more sim-like, but right?
Yeah. Not super duper. A sim element, but
yeah. Yeah, and I have to say also the automatic transmission sucks ass.
Okay.
And because the game is so squirrely with the controller, going anything above semi-automatic where you're able to manually change the gears if you want is a bit much for me. Maybe I just suck at racing games, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, even if you did, that's okay. You don't have to. don't have to drive. It's not like if you don't drive a manual, you suck, bruh. Keep good, bruh.
Oh, no, no, trust me, driving the semi-automatic, I was still terrible, so I don't think transmission's a problem. Yeah, I think it's all the AI drivers start with upgraded cars. And okay, what's something that you remember about the AI in the last, let's go, all the dirt games?
I don't know. I mean, they all seemed... I remember them being aggressive.
Aggressive, and they'd make mistakes.
Yeah.
The drivers in Dirt Rally, whenever you see the other drivers, because whenever you're in rally mode, you're basically driving against the clock. You don't see another driver at all, which is weird because in the previous Dirt games, you know, if you were doing really good or really poorly, you would eventually see another driver.
Yeah,
well,
you would catch them or they would catch you.
In this, they drive perfect. They're not terribly aggressive with one another. They just let each other do their own thing. And it's fucking frustrating because there's no catch-up mechanic in that. And the races are fucking short. Which also feels a little odd for a sim game. I mean, the Rallycross is 4 laps.
You know, I don't know what the average length of a real-life Rallycross race is.
Well, what about
more than 4 laps?
What about the airspeed of an unladen swallow? All right. Well, I still don't see any. Oh no, there's one garage trailer there, but that's it.
I've got the garage. The B131 over by the Lighthouse has garage parts on it, and then there's a garage trailer at the Lighthouse, which I've grabbed, and I'm making my way towards the garage right now. But I do like the way that the B131 and whatever that C-Class truck are placed. They're inside this little area, and you have to run into the gate to open it. That's pretty cute.
Okay, the B66. It's ugly, but it's there's this charm about it. I'm not sure what to say about it.
I love the B66.
I don't think I've ever driven the B66.
There was one on the map. Does it have anything on the back of it, or is it just...
It has a utility attachment.
Okay. Yeah, I love the B66. It was, in the first Spintires, my favorite exploration vehicle. In MudRunner, it depends on the map. The B66 is still great at it, but it's not as versatile as the B131. Mm-hmm. But the B131 is a bigger truck, so it's not quite as good as it exploring for 2 stars. And then there's all the Jeeps.
Yeah, which, hey, we're getting Hummers.
Whoa!
And we're also getting trucks.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm not sure how I feel. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the American trucks. I think we're going to have to sit down and really consider it once that DLC comes out.
Yeah.
And also,
why?
It feels like it breaks the. I feel like it breaks the aesthetic. You know.
It does do that. It is a very different aesthetic going from.
But I also want to see what they do with the maps.
Yeah.
Because it just feels weird, you know, B66, C570, you know, and then Hummer.
Hummer. So happy about it. It should, technically it should say Humvee, because these are the military style Humvees. The Hummer's the civilian version.
You know, the one that Arnold Schwarzenegger owns an entire fleet of. Or at least he did. Maybe he converted them all to electric, you know, got Elon Musk to do it. Whenever he hasn't been going crazy.
You know, I know you're making a joke, but I actually really think that's a cool idea. Converting a fleet of Humvees into Teslas. Humvees? Humslas? We'd have to workshop the name a little bit, but I like it. Oh, hey, there's a paved road over here.
Imagine that discovery.
I'm pretty close to the garage.
Oh,
change down to automatic.
Okay, you can't cut through that. Yeah, I'm trying my patented. Who needs a road? I'll just cut through all the trees.
Okay, this sign says stop. Can I smash through this like I did the gate? Yep.
Don't.
Cool, you
stop.
hit it and it opens. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. I'll stop now.
Thank you. And that was the garage?
That was the garage.
Woo!
Alright, there are...
You know, this feels so weird.
What?
Making progression.
Alright, so we got log
It's like the
kiosks.
person that designed this map is an evil incarnate. I mean, I should have known something was up with Road Trip whenever the map maker was listed as the Prince of Darkness. And beta tested by the Morning Star. Ooh, fancy. There's another fuel station.
2 fuel stations
and there's
a D-class.
Yeah, a D5 35 for me.
Yeah, same for me.
And I like that, you know, they just give it to you if you reveal it.
All right, block post for that lumber mill.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
So it looks like we've just got a log kiosk. Unless there's something else underneath this watch point.
Well, I'm.
Nope. There's over here in the corner is a log kiosk and a log station.
Yeah, I'm heading towards the watch point now. So if you want to do something else.
Yeah, I guess I mean,
even though you are closer, I'm just already driving that way.
Yeah. All right.
And the way I'm driving out, it seems like I'm in a very big hurry for something, and I'm not sure what.
Fuel semi-trailer, long logs, fuel station. Okay.
I wonder if I run into the fuel station, the entire thing would blow up.
Do you have a K700? Never mind. Yeah, you do. I see it right here. K700 caffeine range. And there's a fuel truck.
I don't recall if I have a K700. You're gonna have to talk to my friends.
Oh no.
I was watching Last Week Tonight talking about that, and damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw some of that, but oh. Or at least Saturday Night Live had a pretty good material out of it. Well, here I thought they were going to make some sort of joke. Why did they just play the conference?
Just shaking my head. Not at you, just at the whole thing.
Oh, did you watch Last Week Tonight about it?
No, I did not.
Well...
It's on my watch later list on YouTube, but...
Well, here's all you need to know about it, alright? They have one guy on there that says, oh, it doesn't really matter as long as he's against abortion.
Yep, I have seen those things. Shake my head and feel very sad.
Yeah, one of I don't know, acquaintances. I'm not sure what I could call them on Facebook because I don't really care about these people anymore. Can I hack Facebook? Not to get user data or metadata or anything. I just want to change the name of friends to people I almost care about.
Assholes.
And dumb broad. That was one for more tame rantings, by the way. And this is just a dead end, isn't it? So.
Oh, can you not get out of the garage on that side?
I didn't see anything over there, but then again, it is getting dark. Do you see anything?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I came in here expecting some sort of, cut through, but no. Don't stop. Ow. Okay, maybe I should have slowed down.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, there's just such stupidity. And the thing is that, at least in my state, people seem to revel in their ignorance.
Yeah, that's the same sort of thing here.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't tell you this one, but on my little expedition today, while I was waiting for the bus to show up, there was this, I would guess, pair of sisters and maybe older brother, maybe father. It was a little hard for me to tell age. They were 20s, 30s, so it was a little hard to tell if the gentleman was much older.
Yeah,
but they were all speaking Spanish, and there was a lot of people just kind of staring at him, and it was starting to make me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
but it was just 3 people saying they were speaking Spanish. At least I think it was Spanish. I'm not 100% sure, but I was able to pick out a few words, so I'm leaning towards Spanish.
Yeah.
But, those could also be loan words. But, yeah, it was just seeing people stare, and not, stare like, some sort of curiosity, but some of the almost outright hatred that I saw in some otherwise perfectly normal looking people.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally get that. See a lot of that here in Tennessee too.
Yeah, people here, they're talking about, build a wall and keep the immigrants out so they won't steal our jobs. And my response to that is, what jobs? The coal industry's dying here.
Yep. Coal industry is dying in a lot of places. There will probably, for the foreseeable future, like I'm talking like the next 2, 3, 4 decades, be a place for coal-powered plants.
Yeah, but coal is going to drop out as an energy source. It's going to be more, for steel and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, beyond that, though, for the near future, I was reading a couple of articles discussing like the uses of coal and what clean coal, air quotes, clean coal actually is and how it works. And
it's big and beautiful, right?
Oh, yeah. Just the biggest and the beautifulest. But, how all of that stuff actually works and the way that it's used, being used in other industries like over in Europe and stuff, and how that's probably where American coal production is going. And the only reason it's hung out so long over here is because we just happen to be sitting on a shit ton of coal. so we've used it for longer than other places that didn't have it. But it makes great backup power, whenever you need to turn on some power plants to deal with grid shortages and stuff. You can't ramp it up quite as fast as you can either natural gas or some sort of other burner plant, because coal takes a little bit of time to actually start producing heat in comparison, or not to start producing power off of. Like, it takes longer to heat it up. But it sustains really well, so it makes a great backup power plant that you can switch on relatively quickly if another plant goes down. And coal remains stable for long periods of time, doesn't degrade or break down.
Yeah, I mean, it's dinosaur poop, right?
Yeah. Among other dead old things, it is dinosaur poop. But it was a really interesting article that was like, here's the facts of the situation, and
I'm just remembering this Woot shirt I saw. It showed a dinosaur, and it said solid. It showed a dinosaur falling into a tar, liquid, and then it showed a fuel pump, gas.
Nice. That's clever. I like that.
I love those shirts. They're always so witty, and sometimes they're even funny. But sorry, you were saying?
No, I was just saying, like, it was really interesting to just look at that, gain a little bit of actual knowledge about how that stuff works, as opposed to jobs, coal, and beautiful cleanness.
Well, you know how they make clean coal, right?
Yeah, there's two ways to make something be considered clean coal.
Yeah, first you have a cowboy and scrub it.
Yeah, I mean, the first way is a process they put it through that removes a lot of, not all, but most of the carbon and stuff that gets emitted when you burn it. The other is you just burn it like normal, but you capture all of the emissions. Both have their pros and their cons.
Yeah, the con of cleaning it, or treating it beforehand, is that the storage tanks for those are above the water inlet for 250,000 people. Or
yep.
Did you ever hear about that? This was a few years ago. Because regulation's evil, right?
Yeah, absolutely, just the worst.
There was
fuck health and safety.
There was this chemical plant, like you do, and they were, maintenance. It cuts into profit, so they didn't do that. So they allowed the solution that they treat coal with to make it clean coal, detergent.
Right.
Well, for lack of, that's basically the whole idea of it. Treating it to capture.
Right.
But the tank kind of leaked into the river, and in a brilliant feat of civil engineering, downstream was the water inlet for the city of Charleston, and the city of Charleston also services a large portion of the state. So, yeah.
They're putting chemicals in the water that turn the frogs gay.
No, it just makes all the water purple.
Yeah.
It's grape flavor.
Okay. Purple. Interesting. Could you also do things like light the water on fire, or?
Oh, no, that's fracking. That's completely different.
Right. I used to not care about the environment at all. My whole thought process was, fuck this planet, let's just get into space, and then we won't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, but then you realize NASA's not going anywhere.
Nope. If, I firmly believe that we have the resources if we would just apply them to that, as opposed to a whole lot of the other shit that we do.
What, we gotta bomb brown people.
We could make huge gains in the aerospace industry, get off planet, get some stuff going on the moon, get some larger facilities in space for people to live on. Space elevators, probably a pipe dream for Earth. Unless we discover a way, either a new material or something even better than carbon nanotubes. But, there's other ways to decrease launch costs.
Yeah, but space elevator is probably a pretty good idea for Mars.
Oh, yeah. Space elevator would be pretty easy on Mars because the gravity's so low and the atmosphere's so thin.
Yeah,
would work for the moon as well.
Yeah, well, obviously, because you don't have the whole atmosphere problem. Did you ever hear the reason why Mars is so hard to land on?
Doesn't it have the problems, both the problems of a body with an atmosphere and without one, because the atmosphere is so thin, but it's just thick enough?
Yeah. It's that Goldilocks area right in between.
Yeah. It's thick enough that it makes completely powered landings difficult, but thin enough that you can't land completely without power. So it makes all of the delivery systems difficult.
Yeah, until they start Rube Goldberging things.
Yeah. I just went with giant airbags.
Sky crane into airbag. And heat shield into sky crane into airbag. No, wait. They didn't use airbags for that. That was Sojourner.
But yeah, you could build a space elevator on the moon with steel, so you don't have to worry about the gravity's low, and you don't have to worry about atmosphere.
Oh, that was some random damage. Where are you off to?
I'm taking my E-Class over to this logging station.
I thought you were heading to the log I thought you were heading to the log kiosk I was heading to, but...
Yep, I can carry 8 points of logs in one go.
Compensating for something?
Oh yeah, all day long.
Or is that just all the wood you have for Balset?
Why not both?
Yes, and.
You could probably make a space elevator on Earth with graphene, but we struggle to produce that right now with current
Yeah, I honestly haven't looked
technology
into modern materials for space elevators.
Yeah, carbon nanotubes was what they thought would do it at first, but you still have so much weight that you have to throw out on the other end of a tether to...
Well, weren't they talking about capturing an asteroid to do that?
I have seen that as an idea, but you've got to capture an asteroid, and we don't necessarily have an easy ability to do that either.
Well, we had an opportunity to do that, but no.
I like the idea of a launch loop. This is also going to be a pretty difficult feat of engineering, but essentially you build a giant runway that you use some sort of lifting mechanic or lifting force, like some sort of active support structure, something like liquid metal that you shoot through. Basically,
we're going to be using T-1000s.
Yeah, you use molten iron and pump it through pipes, sort of like imagine like using a water hose to keep a ball floating in the air. But you do that and put it underneath this giant runway, and you boost it up to where the atmosphere is thin. And then you can greatly reduce your launch cost. You just use a really long runway that you boost above all or most of the atmosphere. And it's still going to be held in place by a combination of tethers and then gravity. And you just launch from there. And like the stuff I've seen about it estimates that it would cost about the same as a space elevator, but we can do it with current technology. And it could reduce the launch cost of material to space from, tens of thousands of dollars per kilogram down to less than 100. Plus, it's cool. A giant runway you boost into space using molten metal.
Have you tried tweeting this to Elon Musk?
Not yet.
Say, hey, bet you can't do this.
Or,
just don't make fun of his sub.
What is it, a crane? No. What are they called? They're like giant space pinwheels, but they're like these big cranes you launch into orbit and then put them on a rotation, or put them rotating, and the crane dips down into the upper atmosphere to grab stuff off of planes. But the rotation of it...
I don't know. This sounds like something you'd build in Kerbal.
I found this new YouTube channel called Science and Futurism with Isaac Arthur. And these are all like concepts that have been explored by scientists. Do what?
No relation?
No relation. They're all concepts that have been explored by like modern day science, and there's different mock-ups and diagrams behind how they would work. It's fascinating stuff. Because a giant space wheel that swings down from the atmosphere, picks up cargo, and then launches it into space sounds like a weird, crazy sci-fi concept. But there's mock-ups for it.
Sounds like
and a whole
something
bunch
Elon Musk would come up with after having some of the smoker.
Yeah, after a pipe. Yeah. Yeah, after a fever dream. But it's stuff that's really realistically been considered by modern science. It's crazy. But like good crazy, not bad crazy.
So, is this bad science or is it not?
Yes. And.
All right. Well, I'm heading to the lumber mill. Trying to figure out my location to it. That's near the fuel station, towards the middle of the map.
Okay.
Oh, there's a block post there. So how the hell do I get to that? Maybe I could just drive around it.
I wonder if I can get the E-Class across there.
Okay.
One way to find out.
All right, I see how I do this. I am going to have to fuel up, though, because... Yeah, but thankfully there's a fuel truck right there.
Yeah.
So I'll go as far as I can, then swap to the fuel truck, fuel it up. This feels... This feels almost like kit gloves now, you know?
Oh, look, there's a fuel truck right there within range.
Look,
I don't have to trek.
Look, there's a fuel truck on the map.
It's just waiting for me.
No. There's a fuel truck somewhere actually somewhat convenient.
How generous.
Yeah, this feels weird. I'm not sure.
I like it.
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
I like it.
Oh, of course you do. It makes you... it's weird. I'd be concerned if you didn't like it, if it was weird.
Skyhook. That's what it's called. The big pinwheel in space.
I think I've heard about that.
Skyhooks. That's what. Yep. That just popped in my head.
But to be fair, 50 years ago, landing rockets upright was science fiction.
Yeah. And now that's real. Thanks to Elon Musk. So, Elon, there's this thing called an O'Neill cylinder. I want you to build one in space.
Is that 1L or 2?
I think it's 1L.
Okay, yeah.
We can rename it the Elon cylinder or the Musk cylinder, whichever you prefer.
The Musk
Just
cylinder.
Go build one of those.
Musk cylinder. Isn't that a can of Axe body spray?
Indeed.
I actually like the smell of it. It's just, people tend to overuse it. And it's one of those smells that is a little pungent if overused. You know?
Yeah. So here's a concept that I had never really thought about before, but it's absolutely true.
I swear I didn't do it.
Is that if you're in space above the Earth, but not actually orbiting the Earth, either on some sort of structure that is above the atmosphere so it can remain stationary, like a cylinder, for example, like what are they called? A world ring or a ring something. The facility you're standing on isn't actually spinning. It's supported by something else. You would have almost 1G of gravity.
Are we talking Dyson Sphere-esque?
No, it's sort of. Kind of like think of it more like a Dyson ring instead of a sphere around the Earth. Just like a ring around the equator. It's either supported by some sort of active support pylon.
So you like the Earth so much you put a ring on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's good that you've come this far after not giving a damn about the environment.
Well, there's a little bridge here that's not on the map. That's good.
Oh, I'm going to drive. Oh, look, there's no bridge here, and that wasn't on the map. That's not good.
Gonna have to. I'll drive over the fuel station, and then I guess I'll just go around. That block post is closed, but I can just go around.
Yeah, you'll be the stunt monkey for me on this. Is the block post navigable? Or are you heading to the other one?
I'm heading to the fuel station in the center of the map.
Yeah, that's where I was heading. And I was going to hit the lumber mill next to it with my load. Granted, I don't have 8 points of logs on me, but
that's okay. I'll go to one of the farther away ones to more properly utilize that, or more efficiently utilize that time spent. Because you could probably make 2 trips to the closer one at about the same amount of time it'll take me to make the 1 trip to the farther one.
I haven't been watching enough Bowsette stuff, I guess, to get that much wood.
Yeah, got to get back on that.
Boy, this has been a weird episode, huh?
Yes, it has.
I'm going to pull up to the crossroad here, then I'm going to switch to the fuel truck. The rather convenient fuel truck.
Convenient fuel truck is convenient.
A convenient fuel truck is best fuel truck.
Duh, comrade.
In Russia, truck refuel you. And saying those jokes makes me want to go back and watch Night Court.
Never seen Night Court, but I'm familiar with it thanks to Red Letter Media's ongoing joke about it.
It's actually, well, at least from what I remember of it, a fairly good show. It has some more serious themes. It has, but it also is lighthearted enough. But the reason why I was thinking about it was the big comic from the 80s that was doing the, in Soviet Russia joke was a recurring character on there.
Gotcha.
So, it wasn't completely random.
Ah, left. There we go.
Huh. Ow. Can I not detach this cart? Okay, so that isn't as a convenient fuel truck.
Oh, what the fuck?
I don't know what the fuck.
My truck just got destroyed. I touched the thing.
Oh, hang on.
Just like
I got a little bit of repair points on this. It's not going to be much, but it should at least get you moving.
Yeah, I'll bring over one of the other trucks to fix it. I just barely tapped. Did my controller die?
There you go.
My controller died. Yeah, I just barely tapped that little arm to swing it up, and my truck took 1,000 points of damage.
Well, see, this was useful. I just had a thought. Grab fuel and then come here.
Okay, I got fuel in the destroyed truck, or...
Well, yeah, in the destroyed truck. Can I hold open the block post for you? I have the block post open right now. Can you see that?
Oh, no, it's closed on my screen.
Ah, I was wondering about that. So, okay, that doesn't work.
Yep.
It's just one of those instances that we were here together, so thought it was worth checking out. Okay, well, that wasn't as a convenient fuel truck as I was hoping.
I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
Let me...
I mean, I have the B... well, I have the D class over there, so I could use that. I mean, that's not too far away. It's just the C43 something 43200 is too low on fuel to progress. I don't think I would get to the fuel station.
This thing's got repair points. I'm going to try this first, though, actually, before I... Nope, wrong truck. Also, I should probably back this up. Back it up.
Still, we've made progress. This feels odd. This feels wrong somehow. What is wrong with us?
No. All right, you can't do that. So my thought was, I'm going to drop the load so it doesn't count as being packed on the truck, and then maybe that would let me pass. But nope. I guess if you've got logs, it's like, you shall not pass.
I wonder something else. What happens if you're winching a truck that has logs on it?
Ah, shit. I meant to hit stop engine. I hit drop load again.
Yo, so you're in the truck that doesn't have logs?
Interesting.
Am I coming up with science?
Science.
Speaking of science, I need to play some Dwarf Fortress. Maybe I'll stream that.
Yeah, I need to. I intend to play it a lot next week. While Katie's gone. Katie and King are gone. They're going to my in-laws' house.
I could hear your sadness for not being able to go yourself.
Oh yes, just terrible, horrible, tragic sadness. But I'm wondering.
You'll pull
I'm thinking
through
about
somehow.
Yeah, I'm thinking about setting it up on my laptop. Have it to check on at work because it's mostly a CPU.
Yeah.
Intense game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one part of my laptop that's pretty decent as its CPU. So it might be okay. I can always try it, and if it doesn't work well, then, you know, do it on my desktop. But yeah. Get quite a bit of time on it. On it that week.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're either going to love this game or hate it, and I'm not sure which. But that's part of the fun of Game Club, right?
Indeed.
I mean, you made me play Skyrim.
I did. My controller batteries are dead. Luckily, I keep spares sitting right here.
And I sometimes feel like I'm the only person on the fucking planet that loathes Skyrim. I'm not sure if that's a failing on my part or what.
I don't know. I mean, you like what you like and you don't what you don't. I mean, just because a lot of people like something doesn't mean that you should.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Maybe properly modded up, but the base systems are just so piss poor. I did a long meandering path just to get to the garage here. But that's part of the fun of Spintires, right?
Oh yeah. And I mean, I have said that Skyrim is, in terms of gameplay, the weakest of the three modern Elder Scrolls games, but that's because it's much more simplified, which appeals to a broader, you know, audience base. So, you know, as long as it's not so bad that you can't stomach it, then a lot more people are going to love it than the older ones. And there is some stuff about it that I really like. I like the leveling system.
I like the theme, or you know the or you know the general world.
Yeah. I mean, they still built a great world in Skyrim, and there's a ton of stuff to find. But the general game design, quest design, mechanics-wise, it's the weakest of the three.
It's built around the lowest common denominator, which that makes me sound so elitist to say, but what the hell.
I mean, that's how most of those franchises get as big as they are. Like, when something is more niche, then you're going for a specific goal. I guess you're still going for a goal when you're trying to make something gigantic and appealing to as many people as possible, but that is that lowest common denominator factor. I mean, that's just their business strategy that they went with. And I mean, it's very clearly worked for them. Most people are in love with it, or at least like it. And it sold 18 gazillion copies on every device known to mankind.
I mean, you can play it on your Alexa.
You can. So, but I mean, I never, you know, think anybody's weird for liking or disliking something that I do, or most people do, or don't. Like I just said, you like what you like.
Well, it's more, it feels like I'm the only person that actively dislikes it. But I'm sure there's dozens of us. Dozens!
Did you see that LGR reviewed Oblivion?
Yeah, I saw it, but I didn't.
Last week.
I didn't watch it yet. What does he say about it? Anything?
That he likes it a lot. And I mean, I don't.
I mean, I think looking back at it, originally I didn't care too much for Oblivion. I mean, it was all right, but it felt like they went too far on the simplification. Boy, can you imagine what I thought of Skyrim?
Yeah.
But maybe looking back at it now, it's more of a happy medium. My big problem with it was that, it was pretty much just follow the quest marker and, you win. They went away from the CRPG roots.
Right. Which I like that about Oblivion.
To some extent, it's all right. But the fact that, find this hidden thing, follow quest marker.
Yeah.
There has to be some sort of medium between the two extremes. You don't have to be full CRPG, but at the same time, you don't have to literally, follow to win.
Yeah.
Granted, there are hidden quests. There are unmarked quests, but they're a bit few and far between.
All right. I'm scared of this gate that destroyed my truck. Open.
Open sesame. Maybe it's your ping. Just enough to throw it off?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm sitting still right there. It goes right in front of it. I might could go that way, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to go around.
You know what else you're going to do, right?
Tell people where to go on the interwebs?
Yeah, because we just passed the hour mark a couple minutes ago.
Sweet. Well, if you want to find me on the YouTubes and you're not there already, you can do so by searching for Gaming Psychologist. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so at JMA4707, where I tweet about all kinds of things. And if
some
you
of
want
it's
to
not
hear
even
us,
Bowsette.
some of it. And if you want to listen to us talk at length like we did on this episode, except about video games instead of more space stuff, you can do so by searching for Video Game Logic Podcast on your podcasting app of choice, or head on over to vglpodcast.podbean.com. What about you, buddy?
And if you're not watching this on my channel, you can find me over at Gaming with Caffeine Rage, where I'll hopefully have more content than just Spintires and RimWorld. Still waiting for accreditation on my Keymailer account, so I could start the Sunday Sampler again with more interesting stuff than me just spinning the wheel, or maybe even doing some sort of short Let's Play, and we'll have to see about that. Starting to get a little frustrated about that. I do stream occasionally over on Twitch, twitch.tv/caffeine_rage. I hadn't actually streamed in the last week. I've been working on a thing, and I've been trying to track down a crashing issue with it. And it's been rather frustrating because it takes me a couple hours to get to the point where it will crash, to discover, I hadn't fixed the bug yet. So yeah, I may have to ditch that though, and maybe I'll do some Dwarf Fortress. Show Jared how it's not played. Right.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, Dwarf Fortress requires a lot of sitting down and looking things up. Let's put it this way. A geology book is actually very useful.
Interesting.
Because it's not just, iron ore. It's, okay, there's limonite. That's an iron ore, a type of ore that has iron in it. So that'll produce iron. Blanking on the name of it, Grodbo or something. It's a lead silver compound or alloy. that if you smelt it, it produces lead and iron. So, you know, geology actually plays a factor in this. So maybe I'll do that, you know?
Maybe.
If it plays nice with streaming. Because that's always, another thing. Or you could also catch me tweeting about who knows what. I was tweeting about net neutrality earlier, being fought about. And hey, get off the road.
You get off my road.
I'm gonna kill you, aren't I? This is the damage truck, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be nice.
I repaired it somewhat, but it's still pretty damaged.
Yeah, I'm carrying fuel, by the way.
I noticed.
But I was tweeting about California getting sued because they passed net neutrality laws. Because, you know, our government can't be cartoonishly evil enough, it seems. Right?
I know. What fucking world do we live in where the United States government sues a state for making a decision?
For more freedom.
Yeah, for more freedom. But I'm not going to get started on that.
No, we'll do that next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yay, I can refuel, but I'll be in the next episode. But I'm here.
Yay.
And my truck just sparked because I got in physics range. Actually, it looks like my truck is on fire because it's sparking so much because the claw is kind of digging into the cabin. Is it supposed to do that?
Probably not.
It's best engineering. It's Russian engineering. Fueled by vodka. I have shot glass behind me. Bye. Were we racist enough?
Never.